Hello Gemini, and welcome to my channel GreenLion Goddess. This is your fortnightly reading from April the 16th through to the end of April. It's a general reading, so it may or may not resonate for you. And with all my readings, there will be a timestamp in the bottom if you want to skip the spiel and the shuffling. We're going to try and get straight into it this time. So what can we get for Gemini? What does Gemini need to know for this upcoming fortnight? General energies. Okay, we have the Queen of Swords, nice. The Ten of Cups, the Nine of Pentacles, the Hanged Man. We have the Tower in the recent past, the Queen of Pentacles in the near future. We have the World, the Magician, gosh, the Emperor, and the Sun. Wow, Gemini. Gosh, a lot of major arcana, one whole line here of major arcana at the bottom of the deck. We have the Knight of Swords. Okay, a lot of moving towards something really quickly. A lot of fast changes, quick decisions to be made. Okay, let's get stuck into this. I'll pull some clarifiers maybe. We'll just see if we need them, because it actually feels quite clear, this reading. Speaking of clear, this is the situation here. We have the Queen of Swords sitting quite comfortably with your thoughts, your intellect, the way your mind's in a pretty clear space here. It's above the clouds. Those clouds of confusion, fear, doubt have now been relegated to a faraway place, to a lower place. And this Queen thinks very clearly, can make some very calm, rational decisions. Now, strangely enough, what's actually crossing you at this moment is the Ten of Cups, which is happiness. So it's like something that's blocking your ability to see clearly is this idea of a happily ever after, this idea of happiness, long-term happiness and fulfillment. So I feel like they're kind of at odds with each other, your head and your heart, when it comes to this. So yeah, but it's not such a bad thing. It's really, I think you're trying to find the answers in your head, and with any kind of Ten of Cups energy, the answers lie in your heart. So yeah, I think that you've had a very clear head, but yeah, what you're searching for is going to be in your heart here. The recent past, but don't worry, there is clarity coming up and happiness, Gemini, and I think the main theme of this is trying to find that way to nurture that clear head space, that good mindset that you're in at this moment in time, that you're trying to find that place of happiness. So in the recent past, we have the Tower here, which is, obviously with this whole energy that's happened at the moment, thank you, George, is that, it's obvious what the Tower energy is. Things have been shaken up. Foundations have been shaken. There's been a lot of big and dramatic changes that have been occurring. Ultimately, the Tower energy, the changes brought in from the Tower energy are for the greater good as well, not just for you, but for a collective as well. So even though they are hard changes to take, there is something positive to be taken from this. And I feel like that's where you're at here with this Queen of Swords energy. You're really trying to find the positive space to be able to, make sense of this Tower energy that has occurred. Crowning you, we have the Nine of Pentacles, which is, this is the energy that might appear on the surface to you, might be within your immediate environment. But this is the Nine of Pentacles. It's a beautiful energy to have around you. And that's why I feel like you're actually in a pretty good place considering all this disruptive change. But it just feels like there's some elusive happiness that's just outside your grasp. But with this Nine of Pentacles energy, this is you feeling okay on your own. Feeling the Nine of Pentacles she's pretty independent. She is satisfied with what she's created. She's created all those pentacles there, and she knows she has. She's not depending on anybody else to be making these solid decisions when it comes to your finances, your stability, to your work choices, to your relationships, financial independence within a relationship as well. So, but it could just, for some of you, just mean you're happy being on your own at this moment in time. You're fine being in your own space, which is really positive. Deep down, on a deeper level, we have the Hanged Man. So there's some big stuff happening on a deep level, and then we're about to enter into everything's into the Queens and the major arcanas. So deep down, we have the Hanged Man. There is suspension here. There is delays. There is the need to surrender to a situation. But within this surrender, there is an ability to find some kind of enlightenment, some kind of enlightened perspective, which I think is what you're really trying to find. And I would say you're sort of 80% there. There's just that 10 or 20% that is that 10 of Cups that's kind of crossing you. But it seems like this is a period of waiting. It's a period where there's not a lot of action happening right at this minute. So deep down, there's a lot of big things happening. And often when we have this Hanged Man energy, this is the precursor to, not only it's a result of processing this change, but it's also a big internal change. So it's a process, you're processing all this external change that's happened to you, but then what you do is this process of going within. And the Hanged Man spends some time really digesting, processing, making sense of something, trying to find new ways to think about it, new perspectives. So it's a really necessary energy at the moment, and it's really good that it's going on deep down for you guys, Gemini, because what happens is it creates this very fertile ground, this Hanged Man, so that you're kind of percolating deep within. But what it's doing is something will arise. It's not even the birth of seeds and new ideas at this moment of time, but it's creating a perfect space, a womb-like space, if you will, for that to emerge so that those ideas can eventually happen. So in the near future, we have this Queen of Pentacles. Again, we've got two queens here. So there's this real sense of trying to nurture what it is that you have. There's a sense of being grateful for what it is that you have. In the near future, it is looking at what you have and how you can, with this Queen of Pentacles, she nurtures her physical reality. She knows how to bring the good things to her and keep them with her. And so she creates this abundance around her. Doesn't really matter what she has. You could not be getting a lot of money or not a lot of, what I'm trying to say is it doesn't depend on how much other people see you as having. It's about your perception of what you have. So you don't need to be the richest person. You don't need to have a lot of wealth to actually feel this wealth of this Queen of Pentacles, because it's really looking around and going, well, I'm really happy and grateful for what it is that I have, the people that I love in my life. So there's this, I'm just getting this real energy of gratitude here with this Queen. So knowing that there is a lot of good in your life and building upon that and nurturing that. So for you in the situation, we have the World, which is a really positive card to have. Here we have these major arcana. So there's been this is massive for you, Gemini. So you presenting as the World card, you're able to see that a cycle has completed here. You've accepted this change and embraced that. And there's freedom within that of being able to be so clear within this energy. So it's beautiful energy. There's a sense that, there's a sense of peace with this change that's occurred and this ending that's occurred. We have the energy surrounding you, whether you know about these or not, is the Magician, which is, I really feel like you do feel this because of the clarity, the mental clarity and the clarity. The energy just feels so clear in your reading, Gemini. With the Magician coming in, this is inspiration, confidence, knowing that you can actually, there's a real I can attitude around surrounding you, that no matter what gets thrown at you, you know that you can get yourself out of this. You know that you're divinely, if once you connect into your soul and spirit and the divine, the possibilities are limitless here with this magician energy. The magician is the alchemist, so he can turn something, a situation, into something totally different. So he can turn a difficult change into an opportunity. He can turn stone into gold. He can turn, confined space into freedom. So he's actually quite an amazing energy. So there's this beautiful alchemical energy around you at the moment. So it's the ability to work within this element of change and to be able to ride those waves and make something positive out of it. The hopes and fears, we have the Emperor, which is very much an Aries energy coming through here for you. Might be revolved around an Aries, but if not, it's really about wanting to feel in control of your life, to actually be successful, to actually see success, to actually make an idea and a concrete reality, to actually take something and actually do something. This is the Emperor is a real doer and a maker and a successful person. So in control of his life, in control of his domain. And it's not gender specific. It's just a masculine energy, but it's very much wanting to feel powerful and strong as well. We have as the outcome the Sun, which is a beautiful card to get as an outcome, Gemini. It's a Leo card, so it may be around a Leo, but I really feel like this is more around your mental state or your state of being. There's clarity, there's happiness. You can see there's a breakthrough here. This little kid on the white horse or unicorn, however you see it, has broken through this wall here. So this is the happiest card of the deck here. There's happiness coming through. And I feel like that slight block that we have here to happiness that's just happening here in the situation, there's going to be a breakthrough around that, and you're going to be feeling really good, particularly your inner child. There's a lot of clarity with that card. So a beautiful card to be getting as an end card. Overall energies, we have the Knight of Swords. So I feel like I'm just getting mercurial mind here for you guys, Gemini. I feel like this is more to do with what's happening in your mind, and rather than any actual physical action, these are fast changes. These are moving towards something, a conclusion quite quickly. So I feel like you're going to move towards this quite quickly. It's not going to be stuck or that sense of a blockage for very long. So I think that's going to be really positive for you guys. Let's pull a card from the angels. Oh, wow. Okay. We have abundance and choose a new direction. So I feel like this is what's happening with that. This is so positive. And I think Aquarius was getting a similar thing, or was it Libra? One of the other air signs got choose a new direction as well, which I think is, a lot of the energy that's happening at the moment. And how you embrace that is also depending on how difficult this situation could be. But it's creating an opportunity here for abundance for you, for your sign in particular. And that is going to require finding a new path here, a new direction, whatever that means to you. So whether it's, a new way of thinking about a problem, it could be a new career, it could be a new job, it could be resolving some kind of conflict. I'm going to choose not to argue with that person. Whatever it could be, I think you will know what this is. It's going to lead to abundance. So I feel like there's a lot of clarity here, Gemini, and there's a lot of preparation for stepping into this energy. So let's pull a card from the Animal Spirit card, a message from the universe, and we have Otter, which is really beautiful. This is a water element, and this is a message from your soul in the universe. It's a beautiful, playful energy here. It's light, and it's a bit like that Sun card, the child on the unicorn. It's the inner child. It's playful. Otters are so cute. They snuggle up with their loved ones. And you can see the otter's on the lookout here. He's alert, he's present, he's got a very positive mindset. It's very much saying you're in the right space here, Gemini. You're in a really good present space here. So And it's lovely. Just play a little bit, have a bit of fun, but you will find that's kind of the direction that you've been to find this breakthrough and find this new direction. It's all about being spontaneous and having fun, finding laughter and joy with those, with just whatever makes you happy, especially your inner child. So I hope that makes sense, Gemini. I don't really feel any need to pull any clarifiers because it feels pretty clear. So if you'd like to hear more, please like, subscribe and leave a comment. Otherwise, I'll talk to you next time. Bye. Take care.